everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I am Homemade Beer, joined by Structural Mike on comms with Crom tracking today for this Invitational League playoff race between the teams Potatoepouch and the Eastern Skippers, featuring the players Magno and Shady Force in a casual boots race. How are you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing great, Beer. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing well and that you have enough homemade beer to last us the entire escape.
I do.
So yeah, casual boots. We'll be doing boots escape. Magno and Shady Force are of course great runners with great execution, and the most hype thing right now is, will they get a sub 5 escape? What do you think, Beer?
Sub 5? Well, not anymore with that map check.
No. Immediately forfeiting the sub 5. How can you? I don't understand.
What did we even see with that map check? I didn't even watch. Oh, flippers.
Well, we've got a pendant Eastern. And we got flippers, yeah.
Pendant Eastern. Pendant Eastern? Pendant Hera.
2 pendants in the light world. That bodes well for a long game.
If it's Pendant Eastern, do you rush it?
Without bow? Sure.
Or do you skip it? That's the question. I think these runners are both asking themselves.
I think Shady Force from the Eastern Skippers are going to not enter Eastern. That's just a guess.
Oh, Pro. Okay. Do you think we can do the full Dark World Access and Escape meme today?
Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? I love that.
So in that room right there they just went through, do you like to dash more or walk more? How do you get through it faster?
I dashed the last bits. Well, the last 2 bits, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what's actually
dash down,
optimal.
dash left, yeah.
Yeah, the last dash down and the last dash left. I think you can save a couple of frames dashing the first bit, but only if you're perfect.
Yeah, no reason to try at that point. We're not speedrunning here.
Yeah, so usually what you save most time on in Escape, when you get better at Escape, is the ball and chain guard fight. Do you get 8 quick slashes, or do you mess up? And do you get in position near the lock or not?
Yeah. Do you like slashing from the left or below?
Below, of course. You can see Magno is overtaking Shady here with the ultimate strat of the below slash.
Unbelievable lead already.
Yeah. Shady is wasting seconds. I don't know. It seems pretty decisive currently.
Yeah, I think so.
Things will change, probably.
So this is like a mode where you open the last chest in Sanctuary and it's the Triforce, right? And then you start a new seed.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
We'll find out, yeah.
Maybe they will never open it because it's the map. Have we found the map already?
I believe it was in Zelda's Cell.
Oh, here we can see Shady using the ultimate strat of jumping at the top of that ledge instead of to the right. Saving precious frames, courtesy of Error, who popularized that strat, at least in my mind.
Yeah, and we saw the dash cancel from Shady, but not from Magno. Or the stair lag cancel, so that's another, 20 frames.
Oh, that's huge.
5 frames, probably. 5 arrows, 5 frames.
I think it's more closer to 5 than 20, actually.
Close enough.
Neither gets a sub 350 enter to
the
sewers part. That's interesting.
Oh, Shady caught up. What happened? I missed it. Was it the stair lag cancel? No, it was 2 stair lag cancels. Now Magno caught up in that room.
That's yeah, the stair lag cancel and the optimal jump off the ledge at the top strat.
Both getting the key dash though. The ultimate jump off the ledge. Wow, the sync is very real.
I don't know about you, but the tile sprite from Shady when he faces left and right is not doing it for me.
Looks
Doesn't
like a
that
trash
look
can.
weird? It looks
Yeah.
super weird. Oh, a bonk from Magno.
A bonk.
Oh no.
Well, that's basically GG's right there.
Shady's
how do you
taking the
live into
lead.
yourself?
Are you a top exiter or a bottom exiter here?
Bottom, because you timed it once and it looks like it was the same, right?
You can save a frame or something, I think.
On the top or the bottom?
The bottom, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I just know that the rats are annoying.
Yeah, less annoying rats if you go bottom.
Not doing the bonk the switch strat that I saw Kyung do in SGL Kaz Boots last year.
I don't think the bonk the switch is the fastest anyway.
It looks cool though.
It looks cool, super cool. And
that's the only reason we play.
Only do the most cool strats. That's how you win.
Yeah.
That's how I win. Now we can get some divergence maybe as soon. If they choose to save quit in Lost Woods or not. Or just take the flippers and go to Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, they're getting the anti-death warp.
Holy moly. 2 fairies?
Good for everything except death warps. Or your money back guaranteed. Oh, getting shocked twice. Watch out for the electric pickle.
So we can also mention that the current score here is that Potatoepouch is up 1 win. Where... Who was it? Dr. Martio versus... Brogor in the Pseudocross keys, and Brogor took that win. So this is game 2 of at least 3.
At least 4, right? At least 3. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because no one has won this yet, obviously.
Well, Shady's in the lead, so Shady has won, putting it 1-1.
He didn't do a map check then. So.
That's right. But yeah. So the pressure is on Shady for us here, because you done one, you don't feel super comfortable, even though it doesn't really mean a lot yet.
Yeah. It's definitely like you feel good to be ahead by 1, but at the same time you know that like anything can happen in randos, so there's no guarantees on like being ahead or behind until all the games are played. Was that a glove? It was. And a hammer. Okay, we have Dark World. Let's go. Do you even check the rest of CAC? Just go, right? You'll come back later. You always come back to CAC. That's how this game goes.
Do you like that? The low percent early access Dark World from CAC? Do you go for it?
No. Because if you miss, like, mirror... if I had a mirror, I would. Shady is, so... No, he's not. Just kidding. He's doing the well, obviously. That's what I meant to say. There. He's got 5 hearts now, and 3 fairies. It's not low percent. 2 fairies. It's not low percent anymore.
They also have a sword, which is more than I had last time this situation happened to me.
Yeah.
There's the mirror.
Okay,
like
now I just rush it.
Alright, yeah, now the Dark World is free, so you gotta do
Probably finish the rest of the checks in CAC.
Why? You can just go into the Dark World and do CAC and Voo at the same time.
Well, because mirroring costs time. I don't know, maybe, yeah. Mirroring costs too much time.
I don't know, if you go all the way down to race game, you have to go all the way back up again.
Oh, I wouldn't go to race game, I would just do these 3 checks.
Oh, right.
Magno says no.
Magno is doing the thing. I love it.
Is he gonna get a full magic here? That's
I sure hope so.
Yeah. What a great start on the seed. It's casual boot, so it's supposed to be fast, right? Sub 60, typically.
Yeah. And we got 1 in 7 odds for the pendant Thieves Town that makes you go ugh. What do you think? Quickly.
Yes, absolutely. Nope.
Oh no! Wait, 2.
Oh, Pod and Skull Woods are pendant.
Wait,
so that means Eastern, I think, was Crystal. Because I do remember seeing Hera.
Or we have 4 pendants somehow.
Or Hera was a crystal. I don't remember actually. That's it. Did Shady do a Light World map check already? Are we never gonna know?
Shady probably does the.
Oh, there we got another Dark World map check. Yeah, Shady's not going. He might do in the Hype Cave. Magno, you're out of bombs.
I mean, you could rush Hookless Swamp with Hype Cave. Why not?
That's true. You can't do that.
There's the Sacred, which is perfectly good, I think, even with the mirror.
Yeah, here we go. This is the rest of the mirror, the CAC checks. I think at this point you do all of Thieves and stuff first, right? Before you do the rest of these?
Definitely. Like maybe you check the CAC stuff, and then you go and clear up Thieves, and then you go down to Dig Game and Risk Game, maybe. Yeah, so to reiterate, we got Pendant, Gullwoods, and Pod, and is it Eastern or Hera? Who knows? Nobody knows.
I'm gonna check Magnus tracker. I believe it said Eastern is a regular pendant and Hera is a red crystal. There we go.
Yeah, right.
That's if you believe Magnus.
I believe our tracker Crumb.
I believe our tracker Crumb as well.
Oh, we got a flute in Hype Cave.
Got a flute. Okay. Yep. See, this is why you rush Hype Cave first. Obviously, just exactly like I was saying.
Do you just go full left now and activate flute?
Yeah, with the hammer especially.
You got hammer and mirror.
Yeah, I think the best, maybe worst, hard to say, scenario here is for Magno to find the myths as well.
The absolute worst scenario is to find any bow, I think. Because we have Pod and Eastern
we got
pendants.
That's cool.
And we might just end up not getting a bow, hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, we saw Shady practicing Moldorm Bounce, I think, at the beginning of this, so that means he was expecting there to not be any bow on the seat. That's usually what that means, right?
Wait.
Right? Maybe?
I think so, yes.
Oh, there's the boots.
Wait. One for each leg?
No, you just wear $20 on your feet.
$20.
Yeah, by the way, this is for people asking or wondering in chat. This is the Super Soccer MSU that Shady Force decided to use today in honor of the World Cup currently being played.
Super Soccer, which system is this?
A Super System.
Super Nintendo?
I think so, yeah. I don't actually know, but that's where I would guess. Because then it's just called regular soccer if it's regular Nintendo.
It could be Super Mega Drive or something.
Yeah. Alright, flute activate. Now do you do Dark World? Shady knows the layouts. Ooh, Magno take it.
Or, I mean, you could just float to the mountain at this point.
Yeah, got all of Death Mountain, East Death Mountain. Lots of things.
Yeah, this seat is very open to divergence, and
yep.
There's nothing telling you that, you should go rush Thieves Town or the mountain.
Right.
I think choices here are being on a whim, and they're equally good.
With the flute, Magnet wants the fairy. With the flute, I actually don't mind finishing up the Light World Overworld and just cleaning it up, making sure that you don't miss anything.
Exactly.
Like, for example, the myths.
Yeah, exactly. You could have done minimal on Cave for 5 quick checks and the dam, end up with 7. Stuff like that. You're not going to skip anyway. Like, there's not a seed.
Yeah, very unlikely.
That you should skip minimal on Cave. And I'm sure someone has done it. But
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I think doing crystals makes sense. People like that. It's, if it's a clearable crystal, go beat it. Obviously, it's the first choice. Sometimes there's nothing in those dungeons, but you still had to do them, so might as well go spend time. If you're spending time playing the game, do it in this place where you need to go at some point anyway. Oh, that was a weird bomb. Shady. We got our first boss fight going on Magno's side.
Did you know that blind is a scripted fight?
I did not. Oh, I did actually, but would you like to explain?
Well, if you manage to hit the head on the very first frame, that the head becomes vulnerable, you get the exact same fireball pattern every time.
Nice. And looks like Magno mostly did it. Maybe 8 out of 9. But first crystal down at 15 minutes. Feels good. Jet Seed confirmed. Until you last locate a medallion. We already have the ice rod, so...
It's not an ice rod hunt today.
Yeah.
And we already have the sword.
Yeah. What's the name of the ice rod in the seed?
What? What's the name of the ice rod in the seed?
Yeah, which item do you think is going to be our ice rod if we already have the ice rod? What's our go mode hunt that we spend a million years looking for?
Oh, right. What's our go mode item? Bow, hopefully.
Bow. Alright, we got some fun guesses in chat. Hookshot and Quake. Yeah, could be any of those. Lumberjack checked. Yes, it was a piece of heart. I don't know if Magno checked it, actually. I don't remember. I think they both did.
Yeah, I think they both did. They went up that way to do the triple and things.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. The fire rod could be the ice rod today. True fire rod hunt.
It's in an ice palace, of course.
Or on laser
gotta follow the memes.
Let's see. So Thieves Town only had the ice rod, and by only I mean had the ice rod. So it's not a small find, but not like anyone's going to miss that.
So what do you make of the flippers? Like we got Uncle Chest flippers. Clearly there's something, some item we need behind flippers in this scene. Otherwise you wouldn't get it so super early.
I think they open up Swamp to give you a sword. And that's all. What about the mitts? You think that maybe the mitts are in?
Mitts in Swamp to unlock hookshot somewhere else behind mitts. Clearly. Because that's just how Swamp works.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Magno dares the Swamp Dip after doing Dam?
It's so hard with like having not done anything yet in the whole overworld except for Cat.
Yeah, but this is a dream, right? Almost a dream, where you drain the dam for the first time because you want items, and then you could dip Swamp because you have almost every.
Oh, Magno, be careful.
Okay, Magno, don't die here. So it almost makes sense to dip Swamp here, although I don't think you do it.
He's opening it instead of going to Hype Cave first. He's going not there, instead he's going to Hype Cave first.
Okay, so this is a sign that he wants to dip it. Isn't it?
Yeah, it feels that way. He might do this, then Mini Moldorm Cave, and then dip. I don't know. The flute might change his mind, though. That's the other thing.
Yeah, you might grab that flute and just leave.
Ooh, that heart refill's actually pretty nice in this situation. Because everything in the Dark World does two hearts, except for, like, Salphos, I think. At least 2 hearts. He says no, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go to Pyramid.
That is very interesting. Blind checking the island.
Oh, yep. I love this.
Oh, this is good. This is fine, I think.
Because
you. Oh, so he can go back.
It's a bow! Okay, dude, so you gotta do Pot Eastern next without a fire source.
Do you think Magno regrets checking the island? What do you do now, Beer? If you do this? Do you rush Pod? You don't have a lamp.
But it's just the Bowlock stuff, that's all that matters. You get the 2 Bowlock chests and you leave. right?
Yeah, this is concerning.
All right, Graveyard Ledges. This is one that Magno said no to, or could make his way back to. Oh my gosh, it's the bits.
Holy moly! I'd rather find the midst than the bow, that's for sure.
I mean, the midst opens more, but it also means you gotta waste time doing those things. We have East Death Mountain, Mire area. We have a third bottle on Hobo. That's actually very nice.
That's 2 major items unlocked by the mirror. I don't believe in swamp anymore.
No midst, no swamp. I don't hate rushing pod here. I don't like going when you just found the flute though, because you can just flute here. But whatever. I think right now a good out for Magno is finding the fire rod and pod or something, gets him over to doing those North Dark roll checks after this. He'll go activate his flute and then go back. But he has to take the portal the slow way no matter what now. So he has to do that twice, which is unfortunate, because that's a lot of time, actually. $10 arrows for that bow. $20. And 10 more. Okay, 20 arrows. The game's giving you a sign, right?
Surely. Bows means you should do Pendant Eastern before pod.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and I didn't even think about this. Skullwood's being a pendant means that maybe Magno does like just not ever go over there until he gets last location submits. Which again, like, could potentially just not lock anything. Sometimes you want go mode mids, but
yeah,
that's pretty rare.
Of all the important progressions items you could have in Graveyard Ledge, mids is probably the best one, or like the least worst one.
Yeah, or something blocking the mids. As long as you have the boots, because otherwise getting there is just awful.
Yeah, because the mids locks 3 dungeons, right? So
yeah,
it's not like you can accidentally dig 3 dungeons.
Lock pod, by the way.
That's a sign.
It means the silvers are in the back.
Oh yes. Was there something on the ledge? I didn't quite see it.
Oh, there's a bow!
No way.
Okay, dude.
No way. That is funny. Sora with the accidental progression.
I think both of them are gonna feel like they big brained their respective bows by going to pod. Oh, don't mirror. Okay, we're good. Alright. 2 keys, so... Well, we knew all of it was bow locked anyway. So we only found one item in the front. It was the map, so... I think Magno's looking for the other item here so he can rush the back. It's just a key. Oh yeah, first time mini Moldarm at 23 minutes. It's kind of funny.
Surely there's nothing here now. We found so many things.
We found everything already? Yeah.
I don't see any major thing being here.
What about... Okay.
Medallion?
$20. 300. Enough money to get you the bow. 440. Close. I think that was the big key that Magno stuff was dropped on.
That's it. That's good. We can skip the big key chest.
Yep.
So...
Oh, he did that already, actually. But...
We could have skipped Molten Cave and the Seed. Take note, everyone.
Yep, take note. Never do mini Moldarm Cave.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Lean into the recency bias.
Absolutely. Meme of the week is how you play rando. And no other way. I have more money, 490 so far between these 2 caves.
So Beer,
we don't have fire.
Checking these 3-1 locations, and they are all nothing. Would you be worried that your opponent is getting the jet seed and you're just too thorough?
There's our lamp.
Lamp?
I don't know. No,
maybe the only randomizer?
The only reason you're supposed to... There's the Shady's like, okay, dude. That's a tough question. The real question is, do you fight Helme here? I think the answer is nobody would.
That was a fire-locked lamp.
It was, yeah.
So my answer would be no, probably.
Yeah. Maybe the only thing in pot is this lamp.
Yeah.
I mean, it is technically a progression item as far as the logic engine is concerned. And there's an item on the boss, I think. Maybe? I don't remember if you found the map. Alright, let's do Eastern next.
I don't know. Would you? Personally,
he mirrored. Like, he should have just saved and quit if he wasn't going to.
Yeah. Personally, I mean, I'm with the Eastern skippers on this one.
Well, he doesn't have the mitts, too. And there's, like, the mountain in play for him.
There's so much on the mountain.
And, like, a couple overworld mirror checks. That's it. Well, I guess, no, the South Shore stuff, too.
I mean, but also, once you commit to a play, usually the good strat is to commit to the play, like follow through.
Yeah,
and not,
absolutely.
But I don't know.
That's why it makes me wonder if he's going to Eastern now. Is he going back to pod? Like, if there's nothing here, because I mean, it's a ton of time. But you're here, and it's like, otherwise you're leaving it forever, and you came in here. I think most people just don't do Helma. Sure.
Especially with a fire rod locked lamp. You gotta think, like, okay, that's a late lamp. I am out of here.
Yeah, and obviously, Magno doesn't know this yet, but the only things that could... Oh, there's another Nelly. The only things that could be there now are Bombos or Samaria. As far as we know as viewers. Oh, he got the Hookshot compass, by the way. Oh, and Hookshot, my bad.
Yeah, but... Yeah.
$20, not a Hookshot. Maybe Magno just completely skips all the overworld after this.
This double pod Eastern dip is quite a commitment if all it is a lamp that Shady potentially will be able to completely avoid.
Yeah, for sure. We have a question in chat. Where was the powder? It was in the Waterfall Fairy Cave, right next to Quake. Oh, maybe something's in Hera Basement? Shady Force won't be able to do that right away. Oh, a shovel. Okay.
That's a fire rod locked shovel.
There's the big key. Okay, I have a question then for you, routing-wise. If you go up the mountain here, do you do Hera first, or do you do East Death Mountain hoping to get the hookshot and then come back to Hera?
If I have the ability to, like, if you have the ability to do Spike Cave,
yeah, right, with like a fairy,
then you have incentive to come back anyway to the Spike Cave, and then you might as well delay Hera, so you do that on the return trip, right, from East Death Mountain.
Yep, that makes sense. I think that's a good way to make that decision for sure.
Right now, though, we don't have the option to do Spike Cave. Shady has... well, he has a fairy.
He has a fairy, yeah.
So he could do it.
Alright, dueling boss fights. Nice setup so far for Magno, just last 2 arrows. Alright, gets it done. He got a piece of heart. And a shovel. Well, he got that shovel.
Fire locked shovel.
Yeah. And item in the basement.
So Shady actually has 2 fairies. One was used in the decline. We got so many fairies.
Yeah, we found 2 immediately in the first 5 minutes.
I missed this, but we have a 3rd bottle with something as well. I don't know what.
Oh, that was the blue goo on Hobo. So yeah, he has a Shady should have a blue bottle and a fairy actually. So he has probably has enough to do.
Definitely.
Okay. All right, let's see this shovel pay off. What do you think it's going to be? $20 or 10 arrows?
I hope it's something for
One
him now.
rupee. Oh, that sucks.
That is extremely. You know how we talk about mental damage sometimes in Rando?
I've heard the term. I thought it was emotional damage though. Oh, there's Red Cane.
Yeah, the mental damage right now is rising, I would say. if I was Magno and I did this play.
Alright, are we missing a fire rod basically? Right?
And hook shots. You keep forgetting the hook shots.
Yeah, fine. Okay. I mean, it's
Can't
an
have
item.
a swamp.
Not yet. It's funny, I was thinking when you said, I was like, oh, well, you can just hook push and swamp, but oh wait, no, that makes even less sense.
So Mario wasn't even mid-locked at this point.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Magno checking the dam. Oh, there was 20 more bucks here, so if you did all of South Shore first in this seed, you get 510 rupees. You can get your bow on Zora immediately before doing CAC or anything. It's pretty
so
fun.
you can rush Easton even earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, well, hookshot's obviously just in Mire or Turtle Rock, right?
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
How much
I don't know,
do
do you ever get suspicious of seeds where you get way too much progression too fast and then you start wondering if Ped...
No.
No? Okay.
When it comes to Ped, I don't know about other people, but for me, if I start suspecting Pegged, then it's probably not a Ped seed. Because Ped seeds, they sneak up on you. That's my experience. Suddenly it's a Ped seed, and you didn't even notice.
Yeah. Yeah, and what could even be there, like the hook shot? I think that's it, right? It's funny.
Hook shot, not fire rod.
Yeah.
Bombos, if that's needed.
Oh, fourth bottle. Yeah, that's true. We don't have a way to beat ice, which is kind of weird. Alright, Magno is like out of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question then. Is your Shady, do you dip Turtle Rock here? Having done everything you have.
When you can potentially full clear Mire?
Right. And desert? Well, no fire for desert, I guess. How did he not do Spiral Cave first? I missed this.
He went through the Turtle Rock portal. And then did...
But he came from the west side.
First?
He came from Hera, though.
Yeah, he entered the Dark World portal.
Ooh, fancy.
Third sword for Shady Force.
All of those were not midslock too, so that's kind of nice. So even if Magno finds those mids late, he won't have missed anything so far up here. He does... Okay, he's doing Catfish. Yeah, so if we find the Fire Rod earlier, Go Mode Mitts is still on the table. Let's not talk about the hookshot just yet.
I do believe Shady skipped Skullwoods. I think they both did, right?
Yeah, they both did.
So if something is in the Dunker Woods, then that could be... If Fire Rod is in Dunker Woods, that could be good for Magno. You get the Fire Rod before the mids. And then go up the mountain, you can full clear TR before...
Oh, there's Bombos!
Oh dear.
If you're Shady, do you just rush ice now? Like, why even go into desert? I guess you need the big key still, technically.
Yeah. Well, this is going way too fast. Can we just slow down for a second?
Yeah, and all of those medallions were pretty free, as long as you did the Waterfall Fairy, which they both did. After that, the Ether and Bombos were both, I think, visible items, if I remember.
I mean, I just want to enjoy Rando, you know? Can they not hit go mode too early for me?
Can you enjoy Rando with a bug net?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because Shady has one now. I think must be enjoying this. Alright, Magno with the bow, probably saying a couple of okay dudes there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's looking very, very plausible that bow is only for the lamp and the seed.
Yeah, it's
and the
really
GT
starting
climb.
to feel like that. But both, Pod and Eastern are both pendants, and therefore Magno and Shady, of course, found both bows super early. Because that always happens in Rando. Right?
And Fire Rod is probably vanilla.
Vanilla Ice Palace.
I mean, Fire needs. It feels like Fire needs to be in logic already at this point.
Yeah, well, it's not blocking anything except the lamp.
It's blocking the lamp and maybe the hookshot.
Oh, true.
Okay. So hookshot in TR with the Fire Rod in Skullwoods. That's my official guess.
Okay.
For the seed.
Wait, what about hookshot in the first chest of TR? I guess we'll never know because Magno's not going there either. Or sorry, Magno doesn't have the mitts before coming up here.
But he's not missing out on anything, is he? Well, a sword maybe? No.
No, there's nothing. He'll get both swords and the Samaria here.
Yeah, he'll save time, but not doing the Dark World.
Yep. And it's funny, this Ether is actually not needed, so... Not that you wouldn't pick it up, but... We know, as viewers, being spoiled by watching both runners here, that this is not needed. And speaking of both runners, this super quick race so far, if you're enjoying what you see and want to watch more, give these runners a follow. They're both excellent runners, very entertaining as well. And also, of course, shout out to our tracker and my co-com Structural Mike. Give them a follow as well. Their links are in chat.
And give Homemade Beer a follow.
It's a trap. Oh, Shady's getting silvers on the way to Ice. I'm like, why is he in the dark rooms for this? This makes sense. I think it's kind of hilarious that the two bows were just so freely available.
Yeah. At this point, Shady might never get the lamp.
Yeah, I doubt it.
And we continue to wonder what's in pod.
Yeah, unless the hookshot's on Helmet. That's like literally the only way. Well, not literally, but most likely.
Like a big out for Magno at this point is if hookshot is in Swamp, for example, and Shady gets trapped in going into pod.
Yeah. Do you think he does Eastern? Their team logos suggest otherwise.
No, I don't think so. I'm unsure if Shady got both items in Desert. Did you pay attention?
Yeah, there was 3 bombs in the big chest. And then he found the booknet, of course. Oh, Magno getting hit. Yes, the fairy?
He surely has 2 fairies.
So he uses 1 fairy in every dungeon that he enters?
Shady's hitting the switch in Ice Palace. Oh, Beer, we should talk about Ice Palace key logic.
Yeah. We found a small key so far.
Yeah, the greatest topic of all time.
Yeah, the most simple key logic in all of Rando, of course.
Yeah, it's super straightforward. There's only like 6 parts to it that you need to fully comprehend.
Yep. One of them is finding a small key available.
Yeah, there's a map. That can be important.
Alrighty. Does Magno do the basement here? Maybe he pushes that lamp advantage? Map and compass. And
Whoa.
The right side of ice palace. All right, so now we have. Still, we won't know the full key logic until it's the big key.
I heard it. Okay, so right side is not hookshot locked because we have a key available,
right.
and the big key is right side. Everything in here is in logic now.
Unless the small key is in the big chest.
No, we got a small key already in the first chest. We only need
The
one.
other small key.
We only need one in logic, or to get to right side.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So that's pretty boring. I was hoping for something more exciting.
What about the boss? That's kind of potential. Actually, no, there's
no, the boss is in logic. We have Samaria.
And there's no hookshot locking the boss situation in this scenario. That's okay. Well, that's boring.
Yeah, boo. Can we
All right, let's talk about Hera basement logic.
You need a lamp.
Yep.
Fire rod cannot be here.
Neither can bombos. Hookshot can. That's about it, really. $20 as well.
20 rupees could be there, and it is. Yep. There we go.
Alrighty, so $20. Speaking of $20, so there's an item on the boss, but it's not Samaria locked. We did it. We've solved the seed.
And therefore, hookshot is in swamp, right? That's how that works.
Yeah. And where's the fire rod? Oh, I guess hookshot can still be on the boss.
The fire rod was in Skull Woods, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Alright, first sword upgrade for Magno at 41 minutes. Wow, 41 minutes have passed already. See it's flying by. Okay, boss item is 3 bombs. Okay, Ice Palace is empty.
Alright.
Just rush Skull Woods, obviously.
I think Shady Force needs to read his own hint tile to figure out where the fire rod is.
Alright, there's that Samaria. He'll be done after these next 5 checks. For now. And then he has to get to Graveyard Ledge for the mids, because he'll be out of stuff to do, I think. Completely except for a Swamp Dip.
I think if Magnon gets the fire rod before mids, he can be in a still be in a good position here. Unless Shady goes into Skull before Meyer. Alright.
Yeah, this is Skull Dip or Smith Chain?
Oh, no, Skull Skip. Coming in.
Skull Skip. The Skullwood Skippers.
Dunker Woods in Shambles. Alright, it makes total sense to follow up on your mids find here, I think, to chain this into... Maybe this ends up in a Swamp Dip. I don't know, would you dip Swamp without Hookshot or Meyer without a Fire Source?
Oh, of those 2 options?
Yeah.
Probably Meyer. Because Meyer is a pretty reasonable chance. You should know this. What's the chance of not being required to have fire to beat Meyer? Oh, words are hard.
Well, the big key can be in one of 6 checks, so...
4 out of 3. 4 out of 6.
Yeah. So it's 66%.
But is that true with the way that the logic thing that you've been studying happens?
Oh yeah, the big key is placed first randomly. So
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Will disagrees in chat. Just go to Meyer first to get your fire rod, though, right?
Fire rod. And go to pod, get your auto logic lamp first, and then hookshot in left side.
Yeah, that could be
Meyer.
another one too. Is the fire rod in left side swamp or something to unlock the hookshot somewhere. That'd be cool. This is a classic casual boots seed. Everyone says casual boots is this fun, friendly, quick mode, and like I consider it a somewhat cursed mode because here we are looking for two things that with only
Yeah.
horrible places left to check.
There's no fun quick mode in Rando. I think there's always the potential for lengthy, like weird things happening.
Yeah, what
Except
about
the best
Shadow Rush?
mode. Except
There's
best-
the fire
oh my
rod!
goodness.
Wow, okay.
No way, dude. Okay, my prediction is not valid anymore.
That's
Even
Smith
if
Chain,
Hook-
obviously.
But even if Hookshot is here in Skull Woods, that Shady's just gonna get that now.
So, this is interesting too, because on the first trip into the Dark World, Magno skipped Graveyard Ledge, but if he had done it absolutely first before doing a South Loop, he would have been able to combo in Smith Chain with his first time in the South Dark World area.
Oh, that would have been so juicy.
Yeah, and then he would have never gotten the bows.
Never get any bows.
Actually, though, to be fair, you do need to go to Waterfall Cave at some point to get Quake.
That's right, yes. I don't think there's any way you miss both bows in this seed.
Yeah, because if you... Yeah, I don't think so either. Soccer jams are pretty good.
So Magno is grabbing that key, which...
So,
is
this
fine.
is something I've seen people do, yeah. Like, okay, there was a key in that first chest. Usually I do that first chest before going to the...
Same.
the key
If
chest.
I have the mirror, I check the map chest
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, that way you know if you need to grab a key once you do the big key chest. But nothing here so far. 3 bombs and what, 2 keys? And like a map or something?
Yep.
So
And-
we have to
Ooh,
find...
Shady was thinking about it, rushing Vitreous with the big key and spike chest, but decided against it.
Yeah, so what we just saw was both items in the front of Skull, which is good and bad, because they
And
weren't
was-
anything useful, but now we're done.
Was it 2 hook shots? No.
No. 2 hook shots makes a long shot, I've heard.
That's one item. What was the bridge chest? Was that a map or compass then?
I don't know, I was watching
Or an
Magnus
item.
side, I thought you were watching Shitty, so...
Yeah, I missed the bridge chest. I only saw the big key.
Well, he doesn't have any small keys, so it couldn't have been a small key.
Exactly. So maybe he got both items there since he's rushing the boss now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Do we do Spooky in the Dark here?
It certainly... I can't. Can you?
Yeah. It's a fun trick.
Nice.
He's setting it up. Yep, he's setting it up for sure. The first one's the only hard one. You got a fire rod left as soon as you walk into the door. He doesn't have that set up, so maybe he's not going to do the first one.
Magna is, on the other hand, getting
He
the
just
mix.
wasted his Spooky set.
So Magna is now in basically the same position that Shady is. Well, Sans
He can be-
Fire Rod,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is... I don't know. Magna will be able to finish Meyer with Lamp here. Which is easier than without Lamp.
Yep, no Spooky though. But, in some ways he knows where the fire rod can be. As long as he pays attention to this, so. Unless, now we want
Sure.
the hookshot behind the fire rod to help Magna.
Yeah, exactly, because you still can't skip fire checks, because it could still be hookshot. Which is the most annoying thing. And Shady is now up to 4 crystals. And we'll be able to get a 5th on Desert soon enough.
All right, so we said that. So we found all the items in desert. Let's see. Myers or red crystal. What was our other one? Hera is the other one. So we could see hookshot in Pyramid Fairy now.
Hmm.
So what are you looking for now? What's the rundown of what's happening in this race?
The rundown is you are going to clear your crystal dungeons. Shady is going to clear out Toad Rock, most likely, hoping that the hookshot is there, because that's the go mode at this point. And then
Yeah.
you're down to the guessing game. Oh, the Skullwoods as well. No, that's the pendant. That's right. So if hookshot is not in TR, it could be anywhere. But it is. What do you think? Do you think it's likely in TR at this point? Do you just rush Swamp?
I think you rush TR no matter what. That's where I would, assume.
Yes, of course. But after TR, when TR only gives you the book and a mushroom or something.
Well, then you have them, right?
So if it's not in here, Shady could just end up going to Pod, right? That's a big density area. Early bows.
Okay, so here's a question. If you know that Skullwoods is green pendant, and I would say as far as a time commitment to complete a dungeon goes, it's a little faster than Pod Eastern area. And if you do that, you could bring the green pendant to the Pod Eastern area. Do you consider that first, or do you just go straight to where you think it should be, where you think you have the highest chance of finding it?
I think that's a very hard question at this point.
This is the reason I'm always terrible at these modes, because when I'm looking for one thing, I always try and route in a way to full clear the game rather than to find the one thing I'm looking for.
Well, to be honest, I think that's generally the best course of action.
Like, because Pod in Eastern has, 8 items, and then Skullwoods has 2 plus Green Pendant, and I'd be like, I'm going to rush Skullwoods so that I don't have to go back to turn in the Green Pendant later, and then that, was very slow at the end of the day. That's true, you can also pull Pet after Pod.
Yeah, you could do it either way.
Yeah, whichever's worse, I suppose.
I don't know. All options seems bad. There's even a case for just going into Swamp without the hookshot. Maybe.
Yeah, too. That might... I don't know. It's hard to say. That it really depends, I think, on how I feel. If I feel like I've routed well and done things quickly, and all I'm left looking for is the hookshot, that might even be a better choice to do earlier than later and say, let's rule this out and then lose maybe a little bit of time on efficient that you made up by being efficient early on by doing that. But then again, I don't know. I don't play casual boots. This mode is way too hard. But you play this mode somewhat regularly, right?
Sure. I have no idea what to do.
Yeah, there's no keys shuffled in this mode, so I don't know how to follow where the game wants me to go. So that's why I don't play it. It's too hard.
I know some runners have this inherent ability to feel what the high risk choices are without running the simulations. I'm not one of them.
Yeah, that's
maybe
fair.
Maybe Gamashu is in chat and can answer what the correct path is here. Because, I mean, apart from just doing the full clear efficiently, which is normally what I do when I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I would do. I think, like, okay, how do I clear this most efficiently, because I have no idea how to gamble.
Yeah. You go to the place with the thing, right?
Go to the place with the thing.
And then you play a bunch of seeds on the week of an important race, and then you figure out what the meme of the week is. That's a funny sprite.
Oh, that's the first time we've seen the Darkworld sprite on the tile. That is hilarious. I don't think I've seen that. The green face Link.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, that's if you read a hint tile when hints are on and it's a joke hint tile, you see that face.
Oh, gonna use this bug net here. Alright. Good job, Magno. Be safe. Better safe than sorry. Fairies never hurt anyone, as far as I know. So far, Tilrock has had, what, like 10 arrows, I think? 1 item so far? And then we've had to find a bunch of keys.
10 arrows and 10 bombs, I think.
Oh, okay. Sounds useful. Ooh, Magno was almost on the mirror there. But quick swap,
Nice.
just the right amount. Another thing we did see was the big key was in the compass chest of Totorock, so there's no way to get baited in there deeper than just the first chest if Magno goes looking for Fire Rod up on Death Mountain.
That's right. That's right. I think Magno is just down to Smith Chain anyway. Smith Chain and Swamp.
Yeah, you can do Ice, I suppose.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. You do Ice first. But after that, yeah.
Yeah, there's not much left in his favor here. Ped is like the most... It's probably the only out for him. And even then, it's still going to be tight because he still has to beat... If it is Ped, it's very unlikely, but he would still have to beat Pod and then go back and finish Skullwoods, which no one will actually know. So Shady will, if that's the case, Shady will be full clearing all of those 3 pendant dungeons, which Magno has full cleared, item-wise. I think there's an item on Helmet though, so that'll be a fun one. But good thing we found a bow to take us to Pod to get our lamp, right?
Oh, yes. Lamp. We all love Lamp, right? Lamp is great.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Alright, here's the juicy bits of Turtle Rock. Okay, nothing,
So
nothing,
juicy.
and yeah. Okay, key, we need that.
We have 2 more chances here. 'Cause I think we found the compass.
Yep, I believe so, yeah. So the boss can still be answered. Okay, compass was in the big chest of Pod. I believe map was in the first chest, so definitely an item on Helmet. And if that was the shot, that maybe is good from Magno.
So Magno did not hit the switch in Ice Palace. What's your preferred routing when you full clear Ice?
If I find an item in the first chest, I'll hit the switch. Otherwise, I won't. Basically,
Okay.
it's the only decision I make. And I don't know if it's ever right or wrong, but that's how I make my decision on this.
Yeah. Because the risk of not hitting the switch is if big key is an Ice T, you
Yeah,
lose time. But if it's not, you gain time.
right. Big key and no other items left in the dungeon.
Mm.
Yeah, so if you find 1 item and then the next 2 of the next 4 checks, they're items and you're done. 2 of them are items. Which is pretty high chance. I mean, there's some runners who just never do Ice Tea.
Which is also fair. Like, if Ice T is a 50-50 by the time you hit the big chest, sure.
Yeah.
There's reason enough to skip it sometimes. Just like you can skip Eastern Palace big key chest when it's a 50-50.
Yeah, and there's another thing to point out here that, are we doing Swamp? It's a Swamp, isn't it?
Pyramid Fairy, I would
Pyramid Fairy.
assume. And I'm not sure Shady has even checked Pyramid Ledge yet.
Yeah, that's true. He did do Catfish, I believe.
Yeah, he did north
He did,
route
right?
into Catfish,
Okay.
but then mirrored for Sora. So Pyramid is still unchecked, I think. It's not something because Magno did it. Wait, did Magno do it?
Pyramid, yes.
Yeah.
Don't remember what it was, but that was
It
a funny
wasn't
little
hook shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like Pod before Swamp is probably the better choice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably.
Like if you go into Pod, you risk you get between 2 and 4 items. In
Yeah.
Swamp.
How do you like? Do you make choices based on feeling ahead or behind? Like, if you feel ahead, do you do Swamp, or if you feel behind, do you do Swamp, and if you feel somewhere in the middle, you do Pod?
When I write, I don't think about it that way. I think about what are my outs? You know, what potential alternative route did my opponent take, and what routing can I do that counteracts that?
Yeah, if you feel, but Magno, he has a fairy. It's fine.
Yeah, Magno has a fairy, and Pyramid Fairy is now dead.
That's
we
true.
didn't get anything there.
Oh, okay.
So, but I think that's slightly different than feeling behind, because you're always behind in rando.
Yeah, that's true. Your opponent is always god routing, no matter what plays you make. So.
Well, you make decisions, and then you gotta do other decisions that would increase the likelihood that your first decision pays off. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I see what you're getting at.
So you don't want to make choices that counteract your previous choices, because then you're just playing into fear and anxiety.
Yeah, and we're seeing Magno go up the mountain. We know nothing will be up here of use.
This is detrimental to Magno for sure.
Yeah, because he's got this or Smith Chain left. I believe that's it, in fact. And of course Swamp Palace did, because neither used it. So I think from Shady's perspective, this pod play is an all-in play of, like, he's not leaving without helmet here, right?
Yeah, I would say that this is a full clear of Eastern, Pod, and Skullwoods into Pedestal, and then Swamp. Or you leave all the pendants and go into Swamp after Pod.
Is he allowed to do that with being on the team that he's on?
Yeah, exactly. He could just clear the back of Pod, leave Eastern, and go into Swamp. That's also something I can see happen.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess it's funny to point out, right, that we don't have an invincibility item for Spike Cape, but maybe it's just, you know, burn on Ped to get hookshot. That never happens, though. Except that, like, one time when it did.
We're not tipping Third Rock yet. I don't know. Smith Chain before this is, what is that, 3 items?
Yeah, 3 items. He did Magic Bat already. He had the powder earlier. And kind of rushed it before getting mitts. Oh! Shady got knocked off the platform. I don't think you can do that backwards jump from that bottom right ledge. But he has the red cane. Can't he do the thing? I guess not.
He can do the thing.
Like, technically he can, right? But maybe he's not comfortable with that specific setup.
Hover hookshot K for Fire? No.
for the other hookshot? Hookshot, locked hookshot? That sounds like a random meme.
The second hookshot.
Wrong mode, though. I suppose that can happen in other modes. But we don't talk about those here.
This is a Turtle Rock dip from Magno. And we know Magno is going to get locked out immediately with the compass. So this is
scenario.
This is completely fine and not even a time loss other than a few seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you lose what? The amount of time to walk into the dungeon and the screen transition, and that's it. So maybe like 5 seconds. Because you're gonna do this in mirror anyway.
Exactly, you need to get that big key as well, so...
And this is Spike Cave. He still needs to do Smith Chain though. Like, if you find the hookshot here, you don't go back to Hookshot Cave, right? Because you know that. Well, what do you know? You know that the lamp is out of logic. I think that's it.
If you find the outer logic hookshot in Spike Cave...
Shady never got the big key.
Oh no?
Yeah, it's in the Stealthless chest.
That is time that Shady is giving up to Magno.
Yeah.
I mean, people always like to call races early, and
yeah, then you see things like this.
It's not over. It's never been over.
Okay, no hookshot just yet. Just a blue mail upgrade for Magno. Able to withstand more hits from bosses and things. Now he's fluting away. This has to be Smith Chain, right? Into Swamp, maybe?
But finding Fire Rod, you say, okay, I'm going TR before Swamp.
Do you, though? You've already done every pendant dungeon. Do you assume your opponent did every pendant dungeon too? I don't know. This is so hard. This is why Rando's impossible.
I mean, you can't... yeah. It's a hard one. I mean, the correct answer here is that you shouldn't have left your mitts to begin with.
Yeah, the right choice is to not skip your mitts, obviously. It's kind of crazy, though, thinking about, like... They could have had those mitts at, what, the 9-minute mark? That sounds about right. And then had this Fire Rod. They would have had the Fire Rod at probably around 20 minutes or so into the seed. So it's one of the more interesting concepts in the randomizer when you start racing it a lot is to understand sequencing and how messed up you can get by doing things in the wrong order.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, that you shouldn't miss your mitts. A little bit jokey, but a lot of routing is making sure you don't put yourself in really bad choices. Like, you don't want to orphan checks that could have potential progression, for example.
Yeah, sure.
It's a lesson you learn early. Is you route in a way that you don't orphan a single check somewhere, you try to chain things together.
Yeah, and if you do orphan things, you orphan more than one.
Yeah.
Which sounds counterintuitive, but it actually kind of ends up making sense when you can do a bunch of stuff together instead of having to make 3 different choices for literally one check across the entire map.
But in this case, like orphaning, you didn't orphan Graveyard Ledge. You just left it for longer. And Magno and Shady did different routes here, where Magno decided to go into the Dark World from CAC, and Shady waited.
Oh, I think this is the Swamp Dip.
And Helmosaur has an item, and it is the Red Boomerang.
So we have Ped, Green Pendant, or it's in Swamp. Oh, Magno, no! Where are you going, dude?
No, he changed his mind last second. I mean, obviously you get to Crystal Dungeon, but we know it's nothing. And Shady is going full head. Breaking the theme, the team motto. Or what do you say, how long do you need to skip Easton in order for you to be able to say that you skipped Easton?
Until it has progression. Guaranteed.
Okay, so you should have done Swamp first, basically.
Yeah, so we already saw... between both runners, we've seen everything. Does Shady do Hera Basement?
Shady did not do Hera Basement.
Do you think he does, though? And then Spike Cave. See, this is what we talked about, orphaning multiple checks in one location.
Yeah, that's two. Yeah. The longest rock.
It's the worst feeling ever. The hardest trick in the game, by the way, as Humba shared in your chat earlier.
I thought the hardest trick in the game was to stand in the middle of the boss room in Randomizer.
It's in the top 3.
Shady getting there.
Okay.
Very important shovel. Very good. Probably thinking, oh my god, I don't want to check this.
Yeah, right. Just the worst feeling of like, this is an item still on the boss because he found Big Key, Map, Compass in that order, right? So,
yeah.
Or Compass, Map, I don't remember. Point is, this is guaranteed an item by the time you hit the 3rd chest, and it feels the worst. Still, as far as the time goes and how much we've done, there's still good potential for a sub 90 in the seed, right? Maybe?
Sub 90? We need to clear Swamp and GT.
Yeah, it depends where the big key is, I suppose.
So that's at least 15 minutes, plus the time it takes to find hook shots. Yeah, maybe, if you find hook shot right now.
Yeah, I think the point we're at as far as time goes, so Shady did Helmasaur, which we don't know if Pedestal is the answer yet. Magno skipped that, but then Magno did an extra Death Mountain climb, no, 2 extra Death Mountain climbs, and had to take the CAC portal to the Dark World twice instead of just once from the long way. So that's pretty much the difference in time between the runners and the way they route it.
Yeah. And I think if Hookshot is on the pedestal, Shady got... Wait, Shady... Okay, Shady's checking shovel. If Shady's checking pedestal before Swamp and Hookshot is there, Shady got a pretty good lead.
Pretty good, yeah, definitely.
But if Magno is checking Swamp before... or directly after TR, and Hookshot is there, then he might be slightly ahead.
I think that's Magna's only choice, because otherwise he does Green Pendant for 1 item into a pet check. And then at that point it's like, you already dodged Helma, so... Exactly.
You've already dodged Helma. You've already cleared Skull. You're going into Swamp after this. In fact, he almost did it before TR. So we think he is going in there after TR.
Maybe he was on the way there and then, had subtle notions of his teammates yelling at him afterwards and, didn't want to face that and said, you know what, I'm going to do the quote-unquote smart play here and do TR, even though on the race on our side we saw that Shady Force had already done it, and so therefore we knew it wasn't the answer.
Yeah. So Shady's going to do Skullwoods, kill Moth, pull Ped, and then check the green pendant, I would assume, and then Swamp.
Yep.
So that is probably the time it takes for Magna to finish up TR. Or probably more time, actually. Although Shady might skip the front of Skullwoods here, thinking that surely Hookshot is locked behind items that is not just Darkwood access. Which is a totally reasonable play to make in this situation. And that will save a minute or so.
So he's doing this before the front?
Yeah, I would say Shady probably is going to skip the front altogether at this point.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
Both
surely
items are there.
hookshot is not just there in Sphere 2.
Oh, right, we don't have a book. I was like, yeah, you could just check that first, but no, you can't.
And there we go. Magno is soon at Trinex, while Shady has 3 pendants.
All 3 pendants, yeah. Making good work of, efficiently beating every single boss in the seed. Maybe just for fun, you do Aga at the end.
Just for fun. You never do Aga for fun.
That's true.
Get out of here.
Maybe you can't sleep and you need something to help, calm your nerves, and so you go do Aga so you can fall asleep.
Yep.
And the big key's back here too. That's actually kind of funny because that means it's a potential item. But either way, we're seeing pet first. Do we think it's here?
I don't know. I think it's in swamp.
I do too, honestly. But we'll see. And
it's in swamp.
Yeah, or green pendant.
Or green pendant.
All right, Magno, rush swamp, and you'll be almost exactly dead even with Shady. No, he's going to do the front of Skullwood, so Magno will actually get a little bit of ahead here if he goes straight to swamp, which he probably will, right? Like, there's no way you go rush Skullwoods here.
No.
Especially without pod being done.
You giving up on pendants right now.
Yeah.
I mean, green pendant does make sense. It could be a green pendant. With the way you got the fire rod, and nothing has been locked by fire rod except lamp.
Here
I don't know.
Go. Getting into swamp. I'm gonna have to switch the audio here just for the sake of excitement.
This is not swamp.
This is not swamp. Well, this is only kind of exciting now.
All right, we're doing Pyramid Fairy first, and then swamp.
And then swamp, right?
Wait, so he was almost did Pyramid Fairy before TR and changed his mind.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Maybe he wanted the hookshot to make Pyramid Fairy faster. Right?
I don't know. They're just racing nerves,
Yeah,
You don't know what the right choice here is here. You just panic sometimes.
Oh, it's the bonk there.
Yeah,
Not fairy tree though.
And I'm pretty sure, like, if you run the odds, if you manage to write a simulator can run you the odds, the different choices and the percentages are probably going to be very similar. That's my guess.
Shady's dodging the green pendant turn in.
What?
That's actually kind of wild. After how much work you put into it. Especially with the flute. I mean, it's not a great check to do, but how much work you did.
What?
Now they're going to be within swamp within like 30 seconds of each other. I don't know who this is better for now. Maybe Magno ends up in a better spot because of that blue mail somehow? I don't know.
Oh, this is exciting. Unless it's green pendant.
Yeah. Unless it's green pendant.
How do you dodge the green pendant turn in?
I don't. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you because I don't dodge it. I put all that time into something like that's why I'm bad at rando, because like I said, I would have done that before Pod Eastern probably. And then realized my mistake when it was not the answer. And then I still had to do Pod in Eastern. First chest, 10 arrows. Oh, they are like 2 rooms apart. Wow.
So they are about 20 seconds apart from my eyeball.
Easily GT routing unless green pendant, right?
It's easily even execution.
Yeah, that's true.
Blue mail advantage, almost.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Mango has a fairy left, even.
He caught one. At some
Yeah.
point, which I don't think he used it since then, so. Yeah, that's true. The biggest difference now between them is, besides the stuff we mentioned earlier, is that Shady did Moth and there's the hook shot.
Oh my.
Free seed, right?
We are in go mode. We are in go mode. And Shady, pro gamer, remembers to grab the key.
The fourth hardest trick in this game.
Yeah, the fourth hardest trick. We are extremely even. And I mean, I'm 95% sure both runners feel terrible.
Yeah. Oh, both remembered the key.
Shady having pulled ped and Magno having
done Hera basement equivalent checks in terms of time.
Yeah, Hera basement and double climbed the mountain.
So earlier when Magno was walking towards the South Hylia portal, he was probably planning for Pyramid Fair. Because we thought that he was going to go for Swamp. What a play that would have been.
I am not agreeing with that tile hint swimming animation. Shady is known for picking the, I don't know, the most...
zero cycle.
Nice zero cycle. Yeah, Shady always picks the most... I don't know what to call them. The sprites. The strange sprites.
Fun. Let's go with fun. By the way, we're at 7 crystals now. Let's see if I can get a prediction for which room the big key will be in. Give me a second.
The 9th room.
Alright. There's a prediction in chat. Which room will the GT big key be in? Go ahead if you want to spend your channel points on that gamble. We will be going by Shady's counter, probably. If assuming nothing goes wrong getting to GT.
I do believe it's like a second faster to save and quit to the old man.
Yeah, and you're in, now you have spooky setup, so if you don't kind of realize it, you can get weird stuff happen on the
there
fly.
we go. Magno saving a precious
There we go.
1 or 2 seconds.
I thought he was going to accidentally start at Link's house.
That would not have saved seconds.
No.
Oh dear. If he takes the Lightwell route, he could save another second or 2. Unless he gets...
Oh, yeah? No, I thought it was more than that, like 5 seconds or something. I think it's a lot, actually.
It's not a lot.
I think we saw it on a race or something. That's what I'm... But then again, that could be execution and all that. Yeah, hook shot, quick swap. That's fair.
It's like... I think it's like 3 seconds if you don't get deadlocked at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so I usually go for it if the portal is open. But then you have people who say that it's too risky. And I say... I'm playing
You say heck
Rando.
those people?
Get out of here. Oh, the Deadrock chose the right 50-50 to go up there and save Magno from embarrassment. Shady enters GT at 123.53 and chooses Hope Room first. Interesting choice.
And what do we have?
It's one of the 2 choices you can make.
A small
And
key.
continuous right.
Oh, no. Really? No. Shady going right in GT? I don't know about this. Is
I don't
Shady
know what's
playing?
going on.
Shady never goes right in GT. His teammates in chat even.
Wait, how is Magno... Wait, how far behind is he?
Oh, I missed it because Shady went right and it broke my
He lost
brain.
a significant amount of time in Swamp, it feels like.
Oh, Magno making the play. This is him pulling ahead.
Oh!
Oh!
Unless...
He's got to keep going left, though.
He's got to do random
Unless
rush
it's here. Unless it's here. In this first room. 36 seconds gap.
Somehow Shady gained like 15 seconds in Swamp.
Was that zero
So-
cycle? That's like, what, 5 seconds or something?
Yeah, that's pretty significant. And there's the mushroom you were talking about.
He's trying to kill him, but... Oh, he's got the red mail advantage now.
Well,
Oh,
this
he's
is
killing them, so he's going to keep going.
This is Random Rush, people.
This is mirror. Nope, nope, he's going left. He's got to potentially go all the way left, though. So
unless it's ice armors, this is a race.
Woo! This is getting...
I mean, it's always been
my heart
a
is
race.
palpitating.
but-
Wait, is that the right word?
Your heart is palpatine? I think that's the word.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So Stalfos Mush and Rando Rush.
Yeah, Hope Random Rush is a perfectly legitimate route.
Palpitating.
Or Hope Room full left is also perfectly fine.
Yeah. Dropping bombs. Dropping more bombs.
Why are we dropping bombs? When we have quick swap for the memes?
For the memes. He just doesn't like those 2 rooms specifically. All right, here we go.
No mirror. No, don't mirror. Don't do it.
Oh
no.
Oh, he didn't mirror.
He's not doing it.
Okay, he's going. He had the mirror ready to go. He was going to pull the trigger on that big key chest when he saw it.
Right.
So now we're in execution battle, guaranteed.
Unless this is tile room. Magno is ahead.
Yep. Unless he rushes tile room after this. No one does that, right? Uh-oh. He got pulled.
Giving time away.
That's like, what, 5 seconds?
I don't know.
That's not an insignificant amount of time, that portal.
No, it's not. We're basically even now.
Boom. Oh, 3 bombs. Where are all the small keys?
Gotta
be one back here. Or
I think there's a guaranteed one in tile room at this
yeah.
point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So that's good for Magno.
Oh.
No, giving time away.
Okay. Oh, Shady giving it right back. There it is.
There it is.
Run!
Vanilla
Run!
big key.
Oh, wow, it's like 4 seconds between them. Okay, this is on the execution. This is a pure execution battle for the next 6.5 minutes or so. I don't know how long it takes to finish.
All right, give your best hype emotes in chat.
Oh, I got to close that prediction.
Who does the climb better?
Vanilla Room is the answer, right? I know mine and my Zelda. Alright. Had a nice little prediction going there and got a couple people winning. Will with the nice bet.
Good, yeah, good job, Will. You're a very good random number generator.
Alright. We're in the same room still, so that's good. This is where all those 10,000 hours of NMG pays off, right? Because this is the same equipment you have in NMG.
Silver's Red Mail and Tempest Sword? Sure.
Yes, yep. Yeah, do you have one eye on the race room and one eye on the screen? Wow, they both executed that the exact same speed.
Nice. I usually have race room minimized and then I check it at certain points. Oh, Magno is
zero cycle.
Missing the 0 cycle or
Missing
1 cycle.
The 1 cycle. Oh no. Lenmos, please!
This is huge.
Oh no, this is a lot of time.
That is the lead for Shady Force.
Lead change. curious to know now. I think we can probably ask these runners if they care to join us after for an interview with specifically if Magno was going to do Pyramid Fairy or Swamp Dip before TR. Would have made a very different race, potentially.
Yeah.
So there were no pendants needed at all in this seed, right? You didn't need to touch them. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it was only lamp. It had technical progression.
Yeah.
The Magno needs a key. And there's Moldon 2 down for Shady Force. Misses the hook shot. Magno misses the bomb.
Yeah.
And is
get hit.
making good, making good use of that red mail.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Hey,
getting
we said earlier.
Real powder.
We did say that red mail would be needed, right?
Oh dear. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Nice. Oh, triple there for Shady Force.
Shady is executing like a god gamer.
And a double. It's best he can do so far. Don't mess up this last one. Oh, that's the fastest you can get too. Nice.
Shady has shown a really good performance here in the DT climb.
Yeah, same with Magno. They were completely like lockstep with Magno, half a screen ahead. Not even half a screen, like half a doorway transition ahead. Until that Lane Mo 2 fight tripped him up a little bit. Yeah, both runners showing their capabilities and reasons why this is the playoffs. Zaga's kind of rude though. Alright, dropping in again and on Shady Force. Oh, nice double at the end.
Shady showing the skills of having practiced the 1-1 Ganon for, I don't know, 10 years, feels like.
Spin doesn't do anything, but it's good to know you can get it.
You gotta spend the time here somehow to amuse yourself.
Yeah, keep your hands moving, keep your APM up. Get single, get the single.
Misses.
Okay.
So all Shady needs to do now is not fall. Hardest trick in the game.
There it is. Fourth arrow in. Get your GGs ready for Shady Force.
GG's to Shady Force for the Eastern Skippers, bringing the time or the score to 1-1. Did you like that bow placement? I'm sure we all liked the bow placement in this seed.
You know, to be honest, yes. Yes, we did. Ooh, setting up a triple here. Or a double, I guess. Yeah, he must have got two. Whoops.
Bring your GGs in chat for Magno, finishing. He's closely behind Shady Force.
Yeah. Very well done. GG's to both runners for this crazy race and excellent performance. Looks like we'll see if we can't get both of these runners in for an interview here.
And we are joined by both Magno and Shady Force in the voice call. GG's to both of you. And congratulations, Shady Force, for taking your team to 1-1.
Yo, GG Magno.
GG Shady.
Oh boy, that was something.
How do you think of that bow placement?
I really hated that bow. That bow made me go to Pot and Eastern, and then I felt, oh god, okay, this is lost. I only got a lamp out of this. This is not happening. I put this on me, I think. I was teasing the Swamp Gods by almost going in, but then I thought, I have Mini Moldom Cave right here and Hive Cave. If the hook shot is here, I would be so mad. I was at the verge of going in. I was in front of the door, and I was like, you know what? Nah, don't do it.
It's not even like it's that early in the seed, and you're like right there with the mirror in the dark world. It's not even a bad play to just
you
go in
haven't
for a
checked
quick dip
them
because it's so efficient.
in the light
you know?
world.
Yeah, we were considering that choice in the commentary that, like you said, you haven't checked the dam. You're going to drain the dam. Might as well maybe dip swamp a little bit. It's not even that bad of a play.
Like most of the cost of like dipping swamp is getting there in the dark world and mirroring and draining the dam. So that's like most of the time lost from a second dip of swamp. So if you're doing all of that anyway, you're only losing that maybe 10 to 15 seconds it takes to run from the door to the main room. So that's the cost of the double dip if we do it that early. So actually, you know, it's a good play. The problem is you have to do left side swamp. You're never skipping left side swamp then.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think like you were touching on that, you haven't done anything yet in the seed. There's so much to do.
Well,
So
yeah, that,
it's a hard sell, but yeah, we almost thought you were doing it, and Magno, and then we almost thought you were going to swamp before TR, and that's our second question, I think, from commentary. That were you planning on going to Pyramid Fairy or swamp before TR? And then you aborted that play.
Yeah, I aborted that. I was thinking I have to do something, and my one trip to Turtle Rock maybe was already my demise. But I thought to myself, if I have to skip Red Bomb now, but what if it's in Turtle Rock? Then I have to double dip the mountain anyway. So it felt not good. I don't know. I was very indecisive in the end.
Yeah, it's such a hard decision to make. Continue, Bear.
Oh, just yeah, it's what we were kind of talking about, and there's a lot of different points of the seed where you had both runners had like specific choices, not just, you know, I've done most things, but I have 6 one-offs everywhere. It's like, okay, you know, Shady hasn't touched Pod Eastern, Magno hasn't touched. I forget, but you know what I mean. Like when you watch the race back, you'll see it's like, okay, there's like chunks of the world that haven't been touched by the runners, so you can make plays based on going to those areas rather than saying, oh, I skipped this one check, now I have to go back if it's something you just never go back. But especially like when we started, we got into Kakariko, we got Glove and Hammer, and then we were talking about, oh, you don't just go rush the Dark World, right? And kind of like, well, maybe if you find the mirror, and then of course that was the next item. So we were really curious to see
prepared for a seat like this where you get Dark World and Mirror and Keg. Then obviously you go in the Dark World, right? But
well,
no,
I think it was different from Shady Force, right? You kept going.
So there's 2 reasons. Like I generally like doing other stuff in delaying village a little bit because I might find the fire rod, I might find the mirror, I might find the mitts. There's a lot of things you can find that makes the Village of Outcasts trip better. But the other real reason is that if I just carry on doing the no thinking light world plays, it gives me more time to figure out what I really want to do. Russian Village of Outcasts is kind of unusual, so it's, you know, I think I did okay with the route actually, but I do like delaying the Village of Outcasts a little bit.
So you didn't go in the Dark World right away?
No, I went to Hyde Cave and then I found the flute and then I went to activate the flute and then I went into the Village of Outcasts, I think.
Did you double dip Skull Woods area or did you go there with mitts?
I didn't touch it until the very end of the seed. So after I had beaten Pod and Eastern, I went to Skull, and I knew if it was the front of Skull, I figured I'm probably lost. So I went straight to the back to see if there was any items there. Of course there weren't. Blind pulled a head, nothing there. And then go to the front of Skull Woods to find the 2 items in the very last 2 checks in the very front. Felt even worse than I already felt, and then forgot to turn in the green pendant. So that was.
Oh, you simply just forgot about the green pendant.
Yeah.
In your panic, I assume.
I like, even though nothing worked out this seed, I kind of liked all the decisions I made except for not turning in the green pendant before swamp. And ironically, that worked out a little bit for me because that would have been 30-45 seconds before finding the hook shot, and then this race would have been even closer at the end. I would have been even further behind going into GT. So
Wait a second. You went into GT before me, okay? No, it's fine.
oh yeah, sorry, yeah. I might not have had a lead going into GT.
Obviously, that was your race to lose there, not my Lambo fight, okay? Let's be clear.
Yeah,
Lam was a bully, okay.
Yeah, Shady was about a minute ahead, or 40, 50 seconds.
like 30, yeah, between 30 and 40.
Yeah, a compass room check ahead.
So, speaking of compass room check, Shady Force, I think
Yeah.
you have some explaining to do. Your teammates were very shocked.
Look, I've been burned so often lately from not doing that, so I was like, okay, if I find the small key, I'll just go right side.
So your normal
and-
route is hope left, is that it?
I used to be like 100% always my route, even if I found small keys. But
Mhm.
recently, I've been mixing it up a little bit.
I see.
Part of it is like if you're playing something like Randomizer or Swordless, then you want to do something slightly different anyway to like avoid the ice boss or whatever. So I've been mixing it up a little bit for those modes anyway. So I thought, okay, I found a small key. Let's just go right, get the compass chest, then we'll go left, because that's what everyone else does anyway, except Magno apparently.
Except Magno.
I hate compass room. No.
Well, I agree with you, Magno. I hate the rooms leading to compass room. Like I don't like them, and I'm not good at them, and that's why I didn't do them for a long time.
So, what's next on the docket between these two teams? We have. Well, actually, I'll let the teams talk about it for a second.
It's standard small key shuffle later on. I think it's 9 p.m. Eastern today.
Standard small keys.
Yes, and it will be Tam versus Zelga.
Is this the first and only time that mode will be picked in League?
It has been played in the Open League, but I don't know.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the mode. I think it's just an interesting mode. It's not, it's a fairly plain
It'll be fun to
key
watch.
sanity light. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Fair enough.
So wait, Shady, did you also were late to the mids?
No, I after Thieves Town I ran over because I wanted to do Catfish into Zora Ledge, into Zora stuff. So I got the mitts on the way there. So I got the mitts probably earlier.
I got them so late, like almost last location, and like I can give you like 4 checks I really hate and I really put off. This like Catfish and Graveyard Ledge and left side swamp obviously, and something in Maya if I get a God Maya. So
Yeah,
I skipped one item in Maya this game.
I definitely hate those two. It's just that because I get to do Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb, Catfish, and all 4 water checks in one swoop, that's like the only time it's ever nice to check Graveyard Ledge and Catfish, because I'm doing 7 other things. This is the only seed where it's nice to check those, I think. So I ran over there and got paid off. That was quite good. But I was worried because if you got mitts late and the hookshot's in the front of Skull, you're definitely clearing the front of Skull way before me, because you have to, looking for the mitts. And that scared me right up until I found the hookshot, and then I was like, well, I've cleared 3
because
empty pendants.
I got into Dark World in Kakariko even before Chicken Hut and Tavern itself. I went into Dark World and placed my portal there to check those. I went Thief Sound all the way down to Hype Cave, almost dipped Swamp, went to grab the bow from Lake Hylia, and then did Pot Eastern, except the pot boss. And I got nothing of it. And on my next trip, then I went mountain, did all the mountain stuff. Then I went again, Village of Outcasts, into Skullwoods, into Graveyard Ledge. So that was basically last location. Oh, I did water stuff before with Catfish. So yeah, Graveyard Ledge and Kingston were basically last location.
Yeah, this seed's very god-rootable if you just go into Swamp early. And you finish 20-25 minutes ahead of our time.
Yeah, you would basically have to do Graveyard Ledge into the south route, and then end your route after Purple Chest in the Swamp, and then at some point do the mountain, and you're done. Well, I guess Waterfall varies.
I mean, if you're early to mids, you probably get the Fire Rod early, right? Because that was also kind of last occasion for me. Dipping Turtle Rock without Fire Rod and...
I think both of you actually kind of lasso-cated, besides the pennant dips that Shady did after.
I think
Yeah.
Magno, you did an extra climb without the fire rod, but that was fine, really. It was really a close race the whole way through, I think. Once it became clear that the hook shot was nowhere.
I mean, I can't blame anyone else but me if I enter the climb a second before Shady, right? Then it's all execution, and you won. So yeah, GG, and thank you all for doing the restream stuff, commentating, setting up the restream, tracking. So thanks for having us.
Yeah, same. Thanks so much for covering it. I'll look forward to watching this back. And Game 4 hype, I guess.
Game 4 hype?
Yeah, so who's running Game 4 for the teams? Says that's guaranteed now.
It probably hasn't been decided yet.
Yeah, I go with that, and it's Sam.
We got Tam versus mystery person.
We don't really know, but it's probably going to be me and Tam in a swordless.
Nice.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and guess that it's a rematch from our earlier swordless race.
That's hype. I'm looking forward to it.
But we'll iron out some details, I guess. I don't know when it'll be.
Cool. Well, I guess that just about wraps it up, right? Is there any other last words from the runners or Mike?
Just skip compass room and GG.
Yeah, when are they bringing spoiler log back to League? That's what I wanna know. Then I could just look up where the hook shot is.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to that, actually. Cool. So just quick shout-outs on the schedule here. Well, first of all, again, GG's to both runners, and give them a follow if you haven't. Very good race. Yeah, and looking at the schedule here, we have an ongoing race that started about 40 minutes ago. Last Occasioneers versus Tile Roomies with Scottish Brave versus Jay Meisher. I believe that's also Casual Boots. I think Mike would know the answer to that.
It is Casual Boots.
There we go. That's going on right now on SpeedGaming 2.
And it's very even. Go watch.
Oh, okay. Did they both check Swamp yet?
No.
Oh, okay. Then otherwise we have the game 3 between these two teams this evening at 9:10 Eastern on SpeedGaming as well. So check that out.
Yeah. Small Key Sanity.
Yeah.
Hype.
Small Key Sanity. But yep, I'm Homemade Beer. Mike, always a pleasure. Crom, thank you for tracking.
Yeah. Thank you, Beer. Thanks, Crom. Thanks to runners. And enjoy the rest of the evening, everyone who is watching.